a player wiping the team from his social media, cryptic messages about loyalty, and rumors of a new destination already buzzing behind the scenes. Something strange is happening in Detroit, and the names involved are enough to make any fan nervous. And it doesn't stop there. While one offensive talent seems to be drifting further away from the team, rumors suggest the Lions have their eye on an explosive reinforcement from another conference. Could a trade be brewing? And what does that say about the franchise's plans for the upcoming season? Stick with me to the end, because these updates will shake Lions fans to the core, and don't forget to hit that like button if you live and breathe every Lions moment like it's game day. Looks like things are starting to heat up in Detroit, and the name at the center of the storm? Jameson Williams. The Lions wide receiver, a first-round pick back in 2022, is seeing his future with the team grow more uncertain, and he might be on his way to a new home in the NFL. According to draft insider Charlie Campbell, the Lions are open to hearing offers for Williams, but not just any offer. If you want to get number 9, you'll have to pay up. Anything short of a first-round pick simply isn't on the table. And if you think this is just smoke, take a look at Jameson's own social media. He unfollowed the team on Instagram and started posting cryptic messages about loyalty. It's pretty clear the guy is already mentally checked out of Detroit. Williams had a solid 2024 season, with 58 catches, 1,001 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Not bad for a player still trying to establish himself as a top-tier star. But even with those numbers, it seems like the Lions are ready to move on. Detroit had a strong run last year, finishing atop the NFC North with 15 wins and only 2 losses, but fell short in the playoffs against the Washington Commanders, and now the vibe feels like it's all about turning the page. And you know who's watching this situation closely? The New York Jets. Over in New York, they're desperate for offensive weapons, especially after a disastrous 5-12 season that landed them 3rd in the AFC East. They've already moved on from Aaron Rodgers and are rebuilding from scratch, and Jameson Williams seems like exactly the kind of playmaker they'd love to pair with Garrett Wilson. If the Jets are willing to pay the price, mark it down. Jameson Williams swapping Honolulu blue for gang green could become one of the most intriguing stories of this offseason. And Detroit? Well, it looks like they're ready to move forward as long as that offer includes a first-round stamp on it. Do you think it's time for the team to move on from some pieces? Drop a comment on what you'd do if you were the GM. Because now comes a piece of information that could be even more surprising. Detroit might be about to pull the trigger on a bold trade with a rival from the other side of the AFC. Detroit may be eyeing something big during the draft, and we're not just talking about rookie picks. With a glaring need to boost their pass rush, the Lions are considering a bold move, trading for an NFL-tested pass rusher. And the name gaining traction is Odafe Oweh from the Baltimore Ravens. Oweh, a first-round pick in 2021, took some time to find his stride, but he broke out in 2024 with 10 sacks and 48 pressures, according to Pro Football Focus. That put him in the top 30 among edge rushers and left the Ravens with a tough choice: extend him before his contract ends or get something in return via trade. If Baltimore doesn't want to spend big to keep him beyond 2025, sending him to Detroit now could be the best deal for both sides. Mike Payton of Ataz Sports floated the idea. Why not offer a 4th-round pick for Oweh? For the Lions, it would be an immediate upgrade to the defensive rotation without mortgaging the future. The franchise has made it no secret that they're trying to build a win-now team, and adding a proven producer like Oweh might be just what the defense needs to take the next step. Of course, there's a catch. If the Lions can't extend his contract, it could end up being a 1-year rental. And with guys like Amon-Ra St. Brown and Penei Sewell soon due for big extensions, fitting Oweh into the long-term cap could be tricky. But if the goal is to win a Super Bowl next season, going all in for a defensive difference-maker might be the right move. With few viable options left in free agency and the GM making it clear they won't force a draft pick, this trade is starting to look less like a dream and more like a real possibility. Detroit could very well come out of the draft with a new weapon in the pass rush, and instead of a college prospect, he might come straight out of Baltimore. Honestly, it's time for the Lions to prove they're truly ready to compete at the top. If they're going to give up key players, it better be for something that takes this team further. And if there's a real shot at bringing in a dominant force for the defense, then it's now or never. Go bold and don't look back. but it all depends on the decisions the front office makes in the coming weeks. Stay tuned and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single plot twist in this story that's just getting started.